So today we'll be talking about positive intelligence. Hi everyone, my name is Lauren Kinghorn and I am the founder of Hey Shuao. And this particular section that we're doing in our Hey Shuao Awakening and our Hey Shuao Adventure is all about positive intelligence. So it's part of building our mental fitness. And positive intelligence is part of positive psychology, motivational psychology, and it is the most incredible way to build your mental fitness and become more mindful, become more present. And this is the exciting part. It's going to weaken your saboteurs and strengthen your sage. So let me explain what all of that means. Okay. So let's start with the fact that positive intelligence is created by Shirzad Chamine. He is a Stanford University lecturer. He wrote a brilliant book called Positive Intelligence, which became a New York Times best-selling book. So he has a lot of clout. He has trained over 500,000 people in positive intelligence, as well as many coaches, CEOs, and their teams. So it has its place in what he does, executive coaching, but it also has its place in any form of coaching, because what he's teaching in positive intelligence, as I mentioned before, is how to weaken your saboteurs and increase or strengthen your sage powers. So let me explain what those are. You probably have an idea of how you self-sabotage yourself. It's possible that you might know that you're a people pleaser, or that you sometimes have the victim, or that you are a hyperachiever. But there is a very great way where you can actually go and pinpoint that if you've got no clue about how you are self-sabotaging yourself right now. So I'm going to pop the link below this video to where you can go and find out what the 9 saboteurs are. There are actually 10 in total, but the first one, the judge, is everybody's. So you're not going to have that in the list of the 9 saboteurs, because Shirzad Chamine has recognized that everybody has the judge saboteur. We are all judging ourselves, our circumstances, and others. But those other 9, we might all have a little bit of them, but it's what the little test is going to show you, or the assessment, is where you are in terms of which are your highest ones, so that we could work with the ones that are really affecting your life and dragging you down and stopping you from achieving everything you desire in life. So we're going to work with those saboteurs in Hey Shuao Adventure. So we're going to work to weakening those and also increasing the sage powers. But I'm going to give you a taste of positive intelligence today, so that you don't go away learning nothing other than what it's all about. First of all, let me just explain what can happen when you start doing this work. Okay, so what I'm going to teach you today is how to do what's called a PQ rep. So when we are building mental fitness, it is very much like building physical fitness. You are going to build a muscle, but the muscle you're going to build is the prefrontal cortex in your brain, where your sage powers reside. So where you are, your thinking and your let's call it healthy coping mechanisms, where all of those reside. So also your compassion, empathy, your navigation powers, how you navigate through life, your activation powers, how you can activate or take inspired action rather than just acting out of fear and out of your saboteurs. So let us, so what we know from what Shirzad Chamine has done is that they could take an MRI at the beginning of doing these PQ reps and notice that after 8 weeks of doing 100 PQ reps a day, you will find that somebody's not the hypothalamus, the limbic system, or at the base of the brain where all our fears and our saboteurs are, that part has atrophied, and the prefrontal cortex has actually grown. The muscle has grown. And you'll also find that the neural pathways are going stronger or building towards the prefrontal cortex instead of the saboteurs and the fear-based things. So where the limbic system is, what is that word? It's called the, can't remember the name, not hypothalamus, I'm going to find it for you. Give me 1 second here, 1 second. I made sure that I knew what this was before I came into this, and then I forgot to take notes. So I do apologize, but I did take a screenshot. So let me find that screenshot. Okay, so here we have the limbic system. And inside the limbic system, all your fears, and this little one doesn't show it. It talks about the hippocampus, which I talked about. No, that's not the right screenshot, people. It's called the amygdala. Amygdala, Amygdala. Okay, so excuse that. Anyway, back to our conversation. The amygdala is where all our fears lie, and all in that limbic system, which is the limbic system consists of a bunch of things: the hypothalamus, the amygdaloid body, the hippocampus, the parahippocampal gyrus, the cingulate gyrus, the pineal gland, the fornix, the corpus. Okay, a whole lot of things. Okay, just know that that part is going to atrophy, and you are going to grow your prefrontal cortex. Now, how exciting is that? So I just finished a 7-week course working with Shirzad Chamine himself, and I know that I can see the difference in my own life as my prefrontal cortex has been growing. So when you start doing the PQ reps, you will find that, well, what Shirzad does is he doesn't count it as 6 PQ reps a minute of doing the practice, but only 3 PQ reps a minute as doing the practice. And that is simply because it takes a while to build up the mental muscle to really arrest those saboteurs, weaken those saboteurs, and to build those sage powers. And so you won't be present for the whole minute. He says you'll be likely to be present for about half of the time. So you won't be aware. So let's teach you what a PQ rep is. I'm going to give you an example of a PQ rep. This one is a tactile PQ rep. So you're going to take the finger on one hand and the finger on the other, and you're going to touch the tips of those fingertips together, and with enough tension to feel the ridges on each fingertip. So do that with me now. Just really get very present and hyper-focused on your little fingertips right now. And then take each of the fingertips on one hand and do something similar, taking the fingertips of one hand and feeling what it feels like to slowly, slowly move down the one hand with those fingertips down to the palm, and feel what it feels like as your fingertips touch the palm. Notice every sensation you feel as your fingertips are touching the palm of your hand. Okay. And then place your hand, one hand on the chest, one hand on the stomach, and notice the rise and fall of your chest or stomach as you breathe in and out. So just noticing the rise and fall of your chest and stomach as you breathe in and out. Now notice the air going into your nose and out of your nose. So notice the temperature of the air as it enters the nose and goes out of the nose. If you like, you could put your fingertips there Or you could just notice how that feels. Is the temperature different or the same? Just notice. And now listen for the furthest thing you can hear right now. What is the furthest away sound that you can hear in this moment? And now bring your attention to the closest thing you can hear right now. Maybe it's the sound of my voice. So I'm going to stop speaking so that you can hear something closer than that. And if you haven't heard the sound of your own breathing yet, listen for that now. Okay, you have just completed a couple of minutes of PQ reps. And that has hopefully brought you into the prefrontal cortex of your brain. This is something you can do very quickly and easily wherever you are. You could be sitting in a business meeting and you could be touching those fingertips together, or you can listen for something far away. There are more PQ reps, and I will be teaching more in Hey Shuao Adventure. I just wanted to introduce you to this work today in Hey Shuao Awakening. Thank you for listening, and I will put a bit more of an explanation below this as well. Bye for now, everybody. If you're watching this on YouTube instead of in Hey Shuao Awakening, please like and subscribe this video. Like this video and subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here, where I will be sharing more kinds of tips and tools like this as we create mindset miracles in our lives and build our mental fitness. Thank you for listening to this little section on positive intelligence. Bye for now.